Hello guys, it's your favorite plague doctor, the hooded. Whoa. Before this video starts, I want to clear something up really quick, guys. This video was meant to be out at least 2 weeks prior, maybe 1 week prior, but I decided to take a mini vacation in Spain for a week, so it kind of delayed editing it, etc. The last part of the video you see, well, you will see, it's kind of filmed maybe 1 or 2 weeks later, but we won't talk about that. Anyways, back to the video. Hello guys, it's your favorite plague doctor, the Hooded Plague, coming at you today of an unboxing of the Halloween haunted Manor Archway being sold by Mad About Horror. Although this archway has been sold in the past many times, one example being at Lowe's. But I actually really love this archway. I've been trying to get my hands on it for a long time, and it's just perfect that Mad About Horror is selling it this year. Now the box is pretty big. Obviously the box is inside this box. It does have a box design and art. I do believe it is manufactured by Seasonal Visions, just by the art design and the detail, but I'm not 100% sure. Also, what you can see on the top of the box is one of these Mad About Horror exclusive Series 23 cards. But here's the box, out of the box. Manor Archway, spooky LED pulsing light effect for indoor and outdoor use. Comes with stakes and then obviously the height comparison. But here it is there, lights up with spooky lights. It takes batteries, but it is pretty cool. So let's just cut it open and look at the inside. There was a lot of tape to cut on this thing, but when I got it open, the first thing I seen was the front of the Halloween Manor sign, which it does come in 3 pieces, but oh, the detail was perfect. It was nice, heavy, thick plastic. Yeah, the sign was actually quite heavy, so it's nice and weighted. But underneath, in the inside, here is the main stuff. So we've got the 2 bases, the 2 lights, in which I took out one, and the poles. So here's a few things out of the box. It's not everything, and here's some screws, which I left in the box and I kind of almost forgot about, but let's get the rest out. So here is one of the lamppost things. There's one for each side, but here is some covers for the poles. These slide over the poles to cover them, to make them look like lampposts poles. And there's 2 different bags for obviously each side, and then here's more poles. Here's there's 2 bags of poles, and then finally, last but not least, the base. Oh, and the 2 sides of the sign, not the middle part, but the 2 other sides of the sign, which I will be opening now. At first I didn't know what it was. I didn't really grasp until I seen the inside. I was like, oh, that's the 2 other parts of the sign. Here's the piece. It comes in 2 separate pieces for each side, for each lamppost, to hold each side up. And here's an overview of all the parts. So the parts include the lamppost, the main part of the sign, the other lamppost, the pole covers, and there's 2 bags, the 2 poles in 2 different bags for each side, holding up each lamppost, the other part of the signs, the 2 base covers, 1 base and then the other base. And I forgot to mention the instructions. So you're going to start off by sliding the base cover, aka the bottom of the lamppost, over one of the bases. I don't really think it matters which. I didn't personally pick and choose to see which goes on which. I just slid one on and that was it. But yeah, here's the first one done, and then the second one. The battery compartments are in the back, so they're going to have to be facing backwards, not frontwards. I opened the bag of poles. I'm taking them out so I can obviously put them on. But the poles are very thick, good quality platinum metal, and they will not break anytime soon. The base has strong wells, which I'm quite impressed with, and it was just more so snap lock. The only thing that required the screws was the sign, which honestly I found a bit tricky to do, to be honest. But this part was quite easy. Just snap and lock, like so. So that's the first one done. It's honestly quite repetitive. You just repeat the same thing on both sides, and you also have to like connect the wires so the lamppost lights will light up. You just slide that on inside there. Honestly, I didn't get that one on properly, but it doesn't really matter. There's 2 bags of poles for a reason, because they are attached to each other with wire and zip ties. But yeah, so that's the first side done. It's pretty sturdy, pretty neat. Let's move on to the second side. So here's the second poles. I'm just gonna click in the first pole on the bottom, just like so, and that's it snapped locked in. I didn't really record it properly. So here it is there in all its glory. Connect the wire again. Like I said, it's very repetitive. And then just connect the top pole like so. So like I said, a lot of snap locking. So that's both sides done and the wires connected. So now all I have to do is slide over the pole covers, connect a few wires, and then get the sign on. So here they were a bit hard to get on, to be honest. The top wire kept getting stuck, like especially over the smaller pieces, the pieces with the tiny bit sticking upwards. They got caught on the wire a bunch of times. But here's the second bag of poles, just ripping them out violently. And here I am sliding them over again, like so, this time a bit faster. And that's the final pole, just sliding on there. That's it done. So here we've got this side and then this side, both complete, both standing beautifully. So now here's the tricky part for me personally, getting the sign to attach to each side. I kept getting them mixed up, but I got there. As you can see here, it has a screw, like not a screw but a nut and bolt you need to tie in, twist in. Here, I'm gonna try to show you the best I can. Right there, that screw, and then a nut and bolt on the other side. And the final part, attach the 2 lampposts on each side. This archway is absolutely gigantic. I did set up the middle part of the sign a bit wrong. It isn't really attached to the 2 other sides of the sign, but it's not really noticeable in this footage. You can kind of see it when you're going through the arch, but it's not too noticeable. But anyway, the arch is ginormous. The detail is phenomenal. The welds are amazing. The size is amazing. I can't get over the size. And that's one of the lamppost lights lit up. The other one didn't light up because there's a few technical problems, but I did get it sorted in the long run. But my goodness, it looks great. See, that one isn't lit up, but it was just a loose wire. After editing, I found out the problem. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. I hope you enjoyed setting this up with me. These are so helpful. Thank you guys. And this is the archway. This is my garden. This is the back of the archway. It looks amazing. The lighting effects is actually really cool. The LED strobes and flickers, it's really great. But anyway guys, let's go to the outro. Thank you guys for being patient, waiting for another upload, and thank you for watching through this whole video. Thank you for spending your time watching this video today. This is your favorite plague doctor, the Hooded Plague, signing off.